Hey, Ag Teacher Thoughts here, coming at you with another video. Wouldn't you know it? I predicted it about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I told you that fall was coming and that our weather is going to go from 100 degrees, then a week or so of 80 degrees, and then it was going to be into the 70 degrees. So I've got my thermometer here. So that is showing the where it says outdoor temperature, which is reading 84 degrees. That is actually the temperature inside of our greenhouse. And where it says indoor, it says 72, which is actually what it is out here, just regularly standing. Well, it's out here, outside. So the indoor is outside and the outside is indoors. It's the way my thermometer works. But anyway, we're reading 84 in our greenhouse now, and that is without it being fully sealed or without having the inflation done for our double layer of poly. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on two things. So the first thing we're going to work on is designing a flange and working on our blower motors to inflate our double layer of poly on the greenhouse. And the second one is we're going to work on the door because it doesn't have a real door yet. That's what I'll do it while the 3D printer is running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using some parts that we've kind of cobbled together. A regular greenhouse is going to have a larger squirrel cage fan style motor. They're about so big and they've got a lot of pressure behind them, and we don't really need that much pressure. We were able to get our poly on there to the point where we didn't have any rips or tears, so it means we can use a lower volume fan and hopefully one that has enough pressure to inflate this into the state that it's a double layer of poly. So I'm actually going to use something a little bit smaller to fit the size of the greenhouse. So I'm going to be using some small cooling fans. These are little brushless DC motor fans. These are 12 volt and 0.1 amp. And I've got two of them. And then we're going to use a 12 volt power supply, but this is 12 volts and 1 amp. So we're going to have to do a little electrical work, and we're going to have to figure out how to reduce our power a little bit so that it doesn't burn up these fans. Lucky for me, I have two sons that have two different specialties. One is in manufacturing and machining, and the other is in electronics. So I'm going to tap both of their skills today for this video to be able to make our inflation system for our greenhouse. Now, these little fans are going to need a special flange to be able to hook onto that plastic. And these are just little tiny squirrel cage style fans. And they have an opening that's about a 1/4 inch by about an inch. And one of my sons has developed our mounting flange here. So it's got two slots for our fans, and then it's got a base plate. This will be in between the two layers of poly, and this will be on the inside of our greenhouse. So we're going to be blowing our greenhouse up with warm air from the inside. I know it does run the risk of creating some humidity issues, but we're not going to be pushing a lot of volume in there. We're just going to be looking at trying to maintain that pressure. These fans are going to sit on there where they go, the air goes down. Try to put both of those there, and they're going to mount like that. So this base piece that we have here, this is just our test piece. It is as light of infill as we could do as we were trying to figure this out. So we're going to go in and I'm going to show you a little bit about 3D printing and 3D modeling, and then we're going to have Jacob start to go ahead and print our base piece, and hopefully when he's done we're ready to hook up our electronics and put this fan in place. So let's head on inside and go to our next step at building our inflation fan setup. And if this works for you, I'll get the digits on here. I'm hoping these fans produce enough volume. If they don't, we'll do something else. But we can definitely do some files on these if you are so inclined to use a 3D printer. Okay, so we're in next to our computer here that's got our CAD software on here. Now, one of my sons is going to school for this, so this is a part of one of his kind of learning projects, is to how to model things and then manufacture them. So he spent a little bit working on this project. This is what those look like in the CAD program. So we can go through and we can do some looks at some different views of these parts. So this allows us to model this printed piece. It allows us to model this in a CAD software, and you can manipulate it, and you can actually put them together and fit them and look at all the functionality of that prior to actually printing them out or producing them. Now, our advantages here is we're going to be printing this in a plastic. So it's not as if we were going through and printing this in, or not printing, but it's not as if we were going to go and machine these out of metal. This is a little bit quicker as far as getting a rapid prototype. We don't have to go set up a machine to do that. We can simply come and print one out on plastic. If it works real good, we might machine it later, but right now I think these will be sufficient for us. So that piece is this piece right here. So we've got in our CAD software, and then we're going to actually transfer that down to the 3D printer. Making a few changes here. We're going to be changing, what are we changing? Wall thickness?
Internal diameter ID. Too small.
Okay, so we're changing the ID of these holes. All right, we're down in our build area, and we are in front of our 3D printer. So I'm going to take a little bit of some regular speed, and then we'll splice in a time lapse so you can see this going. So we're going to make it go a lot faster. So go ahead and ready? All right. Our print should be coming down to our printer momentarily. It's going to be sent wirelessly, and we've got some. I don't know. I don't know what we're printing this in. I've kind of left that all up to him. Looks like we're printing it in PLA. So a gray PLA, and we're going to be printing this in a more rapid mode. So this should be firing itself up real soon and going.